Veggies from yesterday, some GFB, some avocado, 2 mellow eggs, and then we're about to just, hopefully it's not one beer. Tell me I got a black ras. Oh, there might be hibiscus. Hibiscus. So grateful for this meal. The waves are pumping out front, and Verde Surf this morning said it was closing out. I'm about to get out there, try to make do with whatever closeouts are left over before the wind gets on it. So we're stoked, and then we're gonna break down some heavy stuff when we get out of the water. Backside feeble grinded the coping. Meet Wayne, where you at? That was insane.
Feeble, you would have been touching your board.
Down.
Hoping you were up. It was almost blunt.
Back blunt.
It was almost blunt.
Blunt regs.
Yeah, like coming in and going like, and then back to right.
Meet Wayne, that's what I was claiming, dude. Okay. Right in front of the rock. Alright guys, welcome back. First of all, to the secondary channel. For the longest time it was Casey-Willax overstoking. I didn't really know what I was doing with it. I was trying to put some information out about health or tips or stretching. I've done some videos on juicing and like cooking and all that type of thing, and I really want to jump back into this channel right now full swing and start doing multiple videos a week so that I can help you guys prepare for the coming snowboard season, but also in between the little workouts and the little nuances that have helped me get to where I am, not only in my snowboarding career, my surfing career, but just my overall activity in life. And before I go surfing or before I go snowboarding, I always like to do at least a 10-minute warm-up, and I'm going to show the footage of this 10-minute warm-up that I did before this surf session that you guys just watched. and kind of just break down a little bit of what was going through my head and what my routine was. And I have to say that everybody has a different routine, everybody has a different body, everybody has different goals, and everybody is feeling different than somebody else might be. So you always have to take into effect how you're feeling, what your goals are, what you're trying to achieve from that session, and you don't want to ever overdo it on a warm-up. So my biggest thing that I try to start off doing is just fluidly moving my body. I don't have an actual routine. I don't have an actual set of things that I do consistently. I just start to move my body. I go to the squat position, I touch my toes, I stand up, and I just listen to my body. And usually it can tell you what you're feeling or how you're feeling or what you should work on more than other things. And if I'm going to be surfing, then I like to warm up my shoulders. So as you can see, I'll do some circles with my arms, pretty much imitating paddling, but I'll do it in a position that's unique, which is bent over. And the main goal of all of my pre-workouts are to not stress my body to the point of exhaustion, but I really like to just touch the max points of things that might happen in the future. So if you're going over the falls and you're surfing and you're gonna get churned, you're gonna be like twisted and contorted. So as you can see, as we go through, I put myself into these weird little positions and I just kind of, like I said, touch the brink of what would be like a yoga pose. That if you guys know the difference between a static pose and a dynamic pose, static is basically when you're all warmed up and your body is fluid. It's like a rubber band that can stretch back and forth. That is what you want to do after a workout or after some type of exercise that you do, because your body it's all fluid. Everything's moving, the blood's going, and you're the most flexible that you will be. But before, you're not, and you're more like a dry rubber band, and that's when you want to do dynamic stretches. And I basically just pick 20 or 30 different stretches that I know, and I just try to touch them. I try to go down to my hands and I do down dog. I try to kick my leg up in the air and I extend it to where that would go if I was to be holding the pose in a yoga position. I think of all the stuff that I learned throughout yoga and I try to do all of them within 5 minutes. And once I've done that, my body's somewhat warmed up, and that's when I try to go back into the thing that I was telling you about touching places that your body might replicate with force in the future. So like I said, when you're going over the falls, your body's gonna get all twisted up, and I like to put myself in a weird little twisted body contorted position. I like to extend my front leg out, bring my arm back, and just go into these strange situations that you might encounter, but just touch it. Just go. Once you feel it, you can back off. And as you're doing this, as you're fluidly moving around, sometimes I'll do jumps, sometimes I'll do 180s, sometimes I'll do some balancing on one foot. You'll start to realize, if you're listening to your intuition, you're listening to your body, and you're not super full on food and you're hydrated, your body will tell you, or you'll be able to feel, and over time you'll be able to feel it more and more and more, but specific parts, like my hips in this exact sequence, were super tight, and I knew that I was going to be surfing and I was going to be doing turns with my legs, so I started doing little hip flexor movements, not really workouts, just picking up my hip flexors, putting them down, stretching them back and forth to the left, stretching them back and forth to the right, going back to my arms, going back to my body, and just getting the blood flowing in so many ways that you could possibly think of, and doing, like I said, all of the stretches, but just touching them. Really look at the difference between dynamic stretches and static stretches, and remember that static is like a rubber band that is warmed up, and that's what you do in long format yoga, and that dynamic is more of a pre-workout where you're just touching or you're just doing those movements quickly. And I watch this footage, I see these things, and I actually cannot even put the names to them. Some of them I've never even done before, and some of them I do all the time, but I just tap in and tap out real quick, and I'm just super stressing how important it is to remember that it's just a warm-up. You don't need to go crazy. You're not trying to burn calories. You're just trying to get the blood flowing. Also, the mic just died, so I do want to remind you guys that when you're doing anything in life, everything's not going to be dialed up perfect. Just continue, power through, and you will achieve your dreams. You will achieve your goals. I hope you guys are stoked on this video. I hope this helped out a lot. I really want to start pushing more health-based content on this channel so I can help you guys out, and I have an idea that I want to do for the month of September, and it's called a 30-day challenge. All types of people do them all the time, and they always make them specific to their challenge. But what I want to do is I want to give you guys a template, which I put, there's a link in the description of this video. You guys can download it. It's got columns and rows, and it's got 31 days on the left side, where those will be all of your days. And on the top, it's got 10 bars. And in each bar, you can add something of yours that you would like to improve on. So for me, normally I do this. I do like drink a gallon of water throughout the day, complete a 12-hour fast, do an entire day of eating clean, walk for 10 minutes in the morning, do my hang for 15 minutes during the day, do an hour workout, do a 15 to 30 minute stretch session, meditate for 10 minutes, read 10 pages of a book, and do some type of action sport, whether it's surf, snowboard, skateboard, and just keep those things in mind. And at the end of each day or throughout the day, you can X off the ones that you crush, and don't completely destroy yourself if you mess up the first couple days, because it's a 30-day challenge. And by the time you're halfway through, you should be able to crush all of them and get all of these as habits. And by the end of the month, it could just be your new normal routine of just cranking things out. Don't make it too gnarly at the top, but make it enough so that you are putting in the hard work and you are going to make yourself a better person by the end of that month. And I'm thinking that I want to do a live stream on this channel every single day of our workouts, whether it's me and Dossie or whether I can get some other people to come and feature. But if you guys are stoked on that, run up the thumbs up, run up the subscriptions, run up the comments, let me know what you think. And yeah, I hope this video helped out a lot. Hope you guys are going to download that template. Hope to maybe see you in the live chats and we can get some progress on the cuerpos here. We got a big season coming up, and I want to help you guys get better at snowboarding and surfing, or whatever it is, whether it's raising a family and working a 9 to 5. We can all perform at the best of our abilities and enjoy life to the fullest. So thank you guys for watching. We'll see you in another one for the dream. Woo!